In a world where ordinary men can excel doing ordinary things, this man has single-handedly lowered the bar. From the scrambled mind that brought you Mad Madness and Beagle Rare comes this underwhelming Friday night special event. Matt Porter is the Blendigeddon 2 World Champion and the 2020 World's Top Whiskey Taster. Ladies and gentlemen, raise your glass and shake your ass for ADHD Whiskey Live.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday evening. Welcome to another ADHD Whiskey Friday Night live stream where tonight we are going to have so much fun. Is my microphone on? Heck yeah. That always makes me happy when the mic is on and we're ready to rock and roll from the get-go. Super pumped about it. Hopefully you all are having a great, fantastic, wonderful, glorious day and kicking off your weekend right. Thank you for joining me on this Friday night. I know that you could be anywhere, doing anything with anyone. You could be out in the town, getting an Uber XL down to a dance club where you could shake your moneymaker. And then you could get an Uber XL back home and go to bed. But you didn't do that? No, not yet anyway. It's early on the West Coast. You could still pull it off if you wanted, but you chose to be here with me instead, and that means the friggin' world. So thank you all for being here on this Friday evening. Got a little bit of a fun stream planned. Apologies to Travis Robeson because I told him that we would be tasting through some samples he sent me this week, and I completely forgot about that until I had everything set up for this. And then I walked past his box of samples and said, shit. That was a dick move. I'm sorry, Travis. Next week. I promise. Pinky. Pinky promise. Let me see here. I have a little live banner I could pop up here. There. That works. Miss you guys. I missed you all week. But now we're here. It's Friday night and I'm pumped. We have... Well, you know what? Let's kick things off the right way. I've got a blind pour in this cup. I'm gonna pour it, and then I'm gonna blind review and score it. That's how we kick off most every Friday live stream. But in order to do that, I'm going to pour it into glass, set it here. Then I'll show you what it is, and if the magic of autofocus works with lighting, you never know, then you might be able to read what it is, and if not, then we'll find out together at the end. Hand in focus, opening hand, that should be in focus, and spin, and spin. Where is the label? Nobody knows. Can you read it? Only you know. I have no idea. All right. Where did my cup go? How did I lose my mute cup? Oh, here it is. It's to my left. While that gets some air in the glass, let's say hello to some people in chat, shall we? State of the heart is here. Thought we wouldn't get to have another ADHD video this week. So glad you're here. I'll be sipping on some Irish whiskey with you guys while I clean out this old house of mine. Red Breast PX. I do like red breast. I'm like any, I actually like any sort of breast. I'm a breast guy. Travis Robes, blah, 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 blah. Eric B is here. Hope you still want to try the Horse Soldier. I can do that. I can do that too. I'll put it up here to remind myself. Here. We'll do that next. Jeff Perkins is here. Tim Romero. What's going on? Kai Ray is in the house. Kai Ray sounds like a basketball player. You sound like you could hoop. You sound like you're a little street baller. Friggin' crossover. Oh, friggin' carry. Oh, you can't carry the ball. You can't carry the ball. It's 1987. We call that. Man, geez Louise. I think that would be fun. Watching refs from like if we could take refs from the 1990s and just transport them to today and have them ref an NBA game, that would be fun to watch. There would be so many whistles. Sweet Cindy is here. Chris Miller is up in the house. Whiskey Nook is here. What's going on? Friggin' Whiskey Nook. That's what I call my stomach, the Whiskey Nook. Krusty's House of Bourbon is in the house. Nat Kappa. Mississippi Buckeye. Popped the tops on all of the 25 stags for blind comparison while I listen to some Matt Porter entertainment. Hells yeah. I have a Stag 25B in this flight tonight. $25C, my bad. $25C into the flight tonight, but it's not standalone. It's got a little something else in it. What's up, y'all sipping stuff on Friday? I'm sure everybody's sipping on something. If not, then I don't know. Maybe they're just health conscious this Friday evening. Hoping they're better than the 24 batches. The only batch I had was 24A from the 24s. And either my tastes have changed or the product has changed. Starting to think that maybe my tastes have just changed over the years. Maybe I'm just more of a snob. It could be it. Kevin O'Malley, what's up? Happy Friday, right back at you. Scott Hayes in the house. Still waiting on my ADHD whiskey pick of Dickel Tabasco. I don't be any one of them. I'll choose the best one. If I have the opportunity, I choose the best one. It would be bad. It would be bad no matter what. Muted? I better not be muted. It says my mic's working. Son of a bitch. What's up, Damon? Damon, I got your box yesterday. Thank you. And thank you, Darren, for sending that bottle. The freaking Gypsy. I got that yesterday. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, if there's no sound, then I guess restart the stream. That's weird. Bourbon Boss Man. Eve 1964. Empty CU2. Empty Q. Did you all lose him? All broke up, making me dizzy. What the heck's happening? You having issues here or what? It was locking up, but all good now. Started with Green River single barrel weeded. Now having Antique 107. We having some StreamYard issues or what? That'll ruin the friggin' day. That'll ruin the day so hard. Let me check on my end what I look like. Oh, there we are. Let's see. See if I make myself big. Do I have sound on my end? Oh, there we are. Let's see. See if I make myself big. All working over here. All working golden. It's working good. It's working good. Tony Baggy Donuts, you're beautiful. You're beautiful. Stream is good. I had to restart the stream. All right. Good to know. All right, let's dump in. So, well, let me say this. First of all, blind pour first, which I showed you the sample bottle of to get this thing started. I'll taste it and score it. Then, by request, I'll taste this Horse Soldier, which mine is a few years old, but I'll let you know if it tastes like a sack of potatoes. Is that what you thought it tasted like? I'll try that. And then we have six pours lined up here from 6 different barrel strength whiskeys that I wanted to see what happens when you add a little bit of oak to the mix. They're younger, barrel proof bourbons. And what happens if you add like a third of an older lower proof oak monster to them. What happened? Do they get worse? Do they get terrible? Do some of them improve? I don't know. It's just a fun little experiment. If you can't tell, am literally a scientist. Literally. All right, let's get into this blind sample. Little SJ. Coat the inside of the glass nicely. Coat it nice and good. One for a note. Okay. It's like a raspberry jam. Yeah, it's like a very bright and fruity, shiny, and like it's a zippy fruit. It's kind of like one of the fruits that make you pucker a little bit when you eat it, like kind of like maybe a not ripe raspberry, but instead an unripe raspberry. Oh yeah, that is very raspberry. Smell that. Get in there and smell it. You'll be able to tell when you smell it. Also, I'm waiting. Why? There. Jeez. Okay. My autofocus. Hey, autofocus. Camera. Wake up. Hey, we're working now. You're on the clock. Sometimes you got to tell the camera that it's business time, you know? Yeah, very, very bright fruity. Maybe a little bit of a hazelnut too. It's kind of like a Nutella raspberry Uncrustable. They make them both, and if you mix them together, maybe that's what that would be. I've never done it myself. Yeah. Smells really good. It smells delicious. Does it smell like a rye? No. Maybe. No. I'm going to guess bourbon on the nose, possibly. I don't know. Put it on the hatch. Cheers, everybody. Happy Friday. Let's get it kicked off right. Ding. The heck is that? Whoa. That's big. It is big and nice. That is good. That is really good. First sip of whiskey for today, and it does not disappoint. Let me see what we got going on here. Do we got any music we can play here? What do we got? Anything good? What's this? Oh, yeah. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. My mom won't be in the stream tonight. If any of you are looking for Mama Porter, she is... didn't ask her if I talked to her earlier and I didn't ask her if I could say, but she's not going to be here. Maybe next week she'll tell you. I don't know. She'll watch the replay, but I'm thinking of you, Mom. I love you very much. When you watch this, you'll be like, oh, that was nice that he was thinking about me. What a sweet kid. I love him. And I love you too. I know you don't love me more. Nope. Don't even think about it. Nope. Impossible. Nope. Can't happen. Sorry. Jeez Louise. Stop arguing with me, future mom. See what we got here in chat. Fine here. Good, good, good. When did Matt start channeling Bert Kreischer? What did I do? What was Bert Kreischer about me? Was I being insufferable? Was my shirt off? Was I only talking about myself? Was I interrupting everybody? Huh? Was I squealing? Did I have a Netflix special or 3? I don't know. What did I do? Would love to be on your podcast one day in 2026. Never. Keep dreaming. Not gonna happen. I'm just kidding. We could do that. We'll set something up. Mount Porter and an Uber XL headed to the club. Yeah, that's right. Mount Porter's the only reason I tuned in. Well, she'll be happy to hear that, but she'll be very upset if you leave. So stick around. No, not jury duty. Yeah, jury duty at night. No. It was the pick, click, mouth noise thing. The pick, click, mouth noise thing. No idea. If I do it again, let me know. Back to the smells really good. It's lovely. It doesn't taste really old. It also doesn't taste very young. It tastes adequately aged. And I'm enjoying it. Could it be a barrel-proof bugger? Possibly. Doesn't taste crafty. Tastes more... Man. Could it be some sort of MGP product? I'm not sure. This one has me a little confused right out of the gate. That's a good thing. I think it is very good. This is a very good pour. And to kick off the night, I should give it a score. 7.68. Very good. 7.68. What was it? E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof, 2024, 127.2 proof. Thank you, Bill Kavanaugh, for that. And now that I know what that is, I can see that. It was missing a little bit of the sweet cherry that Buffalo Trace normally has. But, yeah. See, this has a level of depth to it and some really nice, it's not like complex or very, it's not a big thinker, doesn't make you think too much, but I feel like there is a level to it that's just, well, this is last year, no, 2020, yeah. Shit, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. The gig is up. I go day to day on Buffalo Trace stuff. Some days I try E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof, the new one I got this year, and I'm like, that's really good. And then the next day I'll try it, and I'm like, oh, pretty good. Tastes like pure gasoline. Same with Stags. This was very good, though. I mean, what, $100 bottle at MSRP? Worth it. Worth it. All right. I like that a lot. That was good. The 2024. Would some people score it higher? Probably. Not me. Like I said, I'm turning into a snob. Turning into a bit of a snob. Is it the gig or jig is up? I don't know. Hopefully jig, because then I'll still have a gig. You know what I mean? Oh boy. What the hell? What's going on, Jay Porter? Hey, shout out my wife Stella. She just had 19 teeth pulled. I know you can relate to her current pain. Stella, it's not that bad. You'll be fine. Suck it up, Buttercup. You're all right. I'm just kidding. That sucks. Really bad. And there is, shit. Hold on. This is what a good person does. By the way, my children both won awards for integrity yesterday at their school. They have awards that each quarter their teachers give out an award to one student, and there's Throughout the course of the year, there's only 4 awards. So the chance of receiving it, you actually have to earn it. And they both earned the Integrity Award. So congratulations to my kids, because they fake it hard at school, apparently. Apparently they fake it hard. Just kidding, they're great. And I'm proud of them. But what was I saying? Oh, the teeth thing. There is something that I need you to know about it. And I realize it's going to take me a second, but it'll be worth it. And if you have Amazon that can get you orders quickly, then, oh, I know what to do. I texted it to Outlaw, but he had some stuff done. That'll be the quickest way. Outlaw. And since I pulled up his, I should just send him a heart emoji. Well, I'll heart emoji, miss you, send, and then go back and chat. Oh yeah, here we go. Damn it. We're getting there, I promise. Nope, we're not. Well, what the hell? I know I sent it to him. Oh, did I send him a link? Maybe I sent him a link. Crap! There's this shit that you take, and they're in these little dissolving balls. And they reduce swelling and bruising tremendously. And they're like homeopathic, if that's the right word. Pretty sure that's the right word. I know maybe this wasn't the fastest way. Damn it. Oh, geez Louise. Here it is. It is Arnica. Arnica, Montana melt-away pellets. Arnica, Montana melt-away pellets. You take them several times a day, and like you have to look at the dosage or whatever, but they melt in your mouth. And when I had my whole surgery shit done, both surgeries, I never really swelled, and my bruising was so little. And the doctor who I went to see, he swears by this stuff, and he makes all of his patients take it. Arnica, Montana pellets. There, that was worth it. Friggin' Stella. You know what else is really good? I shouldn't have said that, because I just assumed I'd be able to think of it without. Rice pudding. Yeah, rice pudding. They make sugar-free rice pudding. They sell it at the Walmart. I sucked down so many things of that shit with my mouth stuff. Stuff's good. Do I dig scotch or not? Not. I mean, I don't prefer it. If there's no such thing as bourbon, would I drink scotch? Maybe. But I have to be in the right mood for it, for sure. Sipping on some ADHD Old Forester pick. Cheers, everyone. Thanks, Ken, for supporting the channel and picking up the pick. Hopefully you love it. I freaking dig it. Wombat Annihilator's here. You jerk. Wombats are so cute. Why are you annihilating them? I've been on Wombat TikTok for a bit, and those things are so stinking cute. Oh, I definitely was about integrity. No, it wasn't. That was about the teeth thing. One day they're okay, good. And other days I think they accidentally poured kerosene into my glass. That's so weird. I'm very sensitive to, like, especially barrel-proof Buffalo Trace stuff. You feel like you got hit in the face by a truck? Oh, like a big truck? Or like a Tonka truck? Or like a micro machine truck? You know what a micro machine is? Think about a truck as big as Jay Porter's pee-pee. That's a joke to make you feel better. Just kidding. Sorry. Yeah, that's not fun. It's not fun at all. I was very lucky. I had a really good surgeon guy who was friendly and nice, and everyone there was good, but it is not a blast. Not a blast at all. Hit the like button, everybody. Hell yeah, hit the like button. Dissolving balls is what happens when you marry the wrong woman. That is true. That could happen. That could happen. They could dissolve. Or if you put them in a hot cup of water. So keep your balls out of hot water. They will dissolve. Raccoons are obviously the best animal. Raccoons are cute too. Now she's laughing in pain. Thanks, Matt. Well, Jay Porter 6253, maybe you should be a shower, not a grower. Just saying. Micro machine. Remember micro machines? Micro machines were awesome. All right, Horse Soldier. Does it taste like a potato sack? I don't remember. I remember this being, I haven't had this in so long. This bottle hasn't been opened in years. And there's a possibility that when it opens, it might actually expel some compressed air, because I don't know if I even opened this since I was in Michigan when I bought it. But mine is from like probably 2023 or 2022. That didn't blow up. Barrel strength. I think this is weeded. They make other offerings. And when I tasted this initially, I thought it was a bit funky and maybe grassy. That's just my recollection of it. But then I found out it was wheated. But shout out to the Horse Soldiers. I read the back label on this last week, but hell yeah. Thank you for anybody who was served for our armed forces. You are amazing. Okay, given the friggin' HS, the SJ, and if anybody deserves a good SJ, it's the Horse Soldiers. Just riding on horses. Did you say the potato sack now? A potato sack. There is a strange way that you can just put no smells and tastes into people's minds. Man, it kind of smells like I'm peeling a potato now that you say it, but that just might happen. It's the power of suggestion. And I did peel a lot of potatoes last weekend. I peeled a whole bag of potatoes. And then my guinea pig, Peppa, not my guinea pig, but the kid's guinea pig, who I take care of and clean the cage. It's basically mine. She's basically mine. Anyway, she heard me peeling the friggin' potatoes, and she thought I was peeling cucumbers because maybe her nose isn't necessarily. I thought that she had a great nose. Peppa, I was like, Peppa, you can smell with the best of them. Your sense of smell is so much greater than a human being's. I Googled it. And then I'm peeling a potato, and she completely ignores her sense of smell, which would be a dead giveaway that what I'm peeling is not a cucumber. Not a cucumber at all. The smell should have given it away, but she only was using her sense of hearing, and she heard the peeler ting, ting, ting like that, and she was going so crazy, just weep, 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 like climbing up her cage. She thought she was getting cucumber, but she can't eat potato. So then I had to peel cucumber for her. Let's see. Try the 10-year pixel. I have not. Weeded from Ohio, Middle West. That's HS. What's HS stand for? Oh, horse soldier. Where does it say it's distilled? Handmade and bottled by American Freedom Distillery in Columbus, Ohio. Ohio! But I'm not sure if that's just the bottle itself. Potato cellar? The hell's a potato cellar? Like the milkman for potatoes? Yeah, I mean, what do you mean you hope you didn't put the thought into my head? You've repeated it like 10 times. Of course you put the thought into my head. I never, ever, I don't think ever would have thought potato without you saying potato. No, it definitely has I mean, and by the way, yours might smell completely different than mine, but this has a youthful grassiness to it, which could be associated with it being a weeded bourbon. But down the hatch, horse soldier. Oh. There's no potato cellar there, friend. Not for me, anyway. Maybe yours is pure potato, though. Maybe yours was distilled and bottled in Idaho. That's a possibility. I kind of like that. That, you know, for a barrel strength wheated bourbon, that kind of kicks the shit out of larceny barrel proof. I think. Pretty sure. I mean, there's no. It is a little bit grassier, but nowhere near as nutty. And I bet you if the newer bottlings are older distillate, especially if a 10-year one would be probably really, really good. Because like I said, this bottle's a few years old, but it's got a good cork. Look at it. That cork is holding in all the goodness. Unlike Elijah Craig barrel proof corks, those corks kind of suck. Every single Elijah Craig barrel proof I pick up, wiggly cork. Oh my gosh. I didn't even tell you guys this. You know who the biggest dummy in this room is? And not just because I'm the only one in this room, me. I fudged up. I fudged up pretty hard. And I'll tell you how. Oh, Tony Bagdons wants a potato now. Oh, I love a good baked potato. Butter, cheese, sour cream. Hells yeah. Coy Hill, there is nothing like Coy Hill. That's a big boy. Hey, what's up, Gary? Friggin' World's Worst Bourbon Channel in the house. What's going on? Nick Foles is here. Have you tried the new Willet Fort? I have not tried that yet. I have not. What's the going price on one of those things? What's the retail on one of those? Like a root cellar? Listen. Is that where people in tornado, like, ridden areas keep vegetables when they're not hiding from storms or something? Because in their tornado cellar. In Michigan, we had basements, mostly unfinished, UP. Not really a lot of basements here in Colorado, from what I've seen anyway. A lot of rock. But why would you keep a root or potato in a place where you could keep a perfectly good body? I watch way too much true crime with my life. Middle West is from Columbus, drinking a dark pumpernickel. That dark pumpernickel rye is really good. I remember having a sample of that. It was really damn good stuff. December was great, polished off. Voltron, hells yeah, 12 Summers. Oh, boom. And MB Dave. Oh, the Dove's Cry. Oh, much love for Barrel King and M Porter. Those, okay, so those are three great bottles. I mean, I feel weird saying that Voltron and 12 Summers are great, but I love them. And the Dove's Cry is fantastic. Small Batch Horse Soldier was awesome. Or solid. Nice. Do you have a problem with the Milkman? No. Never. Never ever. JT Malik whiskeys, surprisingly good. I have one of the barrel strength ones. It's really good, the JT Malik. Cask strength, really good. K-Luke Batch 12. I've only tried the one K-Luke that I tried last week. What was that, 8? I think it was Batch 8. You have to forget about the fact that it tastes the way it does. That's hard to do. It's like vegetables, you know? You have to just sit there at the table and eat them if you want dessert or if you want to go to bed. Until you're an adult anyway. Then you can just forget that they existed. 4-year Purple Top is $65. Okay. I like the 4-year Rye from Willet. Tornado Shelter is full of whiskey. See? That's where to hide whiskey from your wife right there. The Tornado Shelter. It's a great place. Thanks for tasting yours, man. Maybe I just had a bad batch. Or maybe I get it. Sometimes like our tastes, everyone's tastes are different. You can't help the way that your body responds to something. You know what I mean? There's plenty of stuff out there that I dislike that everyone loves. For example, most double barrel things are toasted things. I don't feel weird about pouring 12 Summers right friggin' now. Don't feel weird, Tony. I have had... I wish I had unlimited bottles of it because that's my most drank whiskey of 2025 was 12 Summers. I kept having to replace bottles of it because I just liked it a lot. And I wanted to compare it to stuff, which was an excuse, I think, to keep trying it. I think a lot of times I wonder if it's as good as I think. Sometimes I'm like, oh, is it that good? Or am I just like making it up in my head? So then I go back to it. And then over and over again, it's like a vicious cycle of me not believing in myself. But I think it's actually me just wanting to try it over and over again. That must have been the case. Not sure. All right. So what I did was this. Oh, by the way, shoot. Oh, I've got so many. I forgot to tell you how I screwed up and why I'm so dumb. Very Matt and Cam Christmas. Remember that? When we did a very Matt and Cam Christmas? Me and friggin' Cameron. Well, there was a point in that live stream where he sent me, I think the very first thing he sent was like a Pappy something. It was a Pappy 23 or, I can't remember, Pappy 20 or 23, something like that. It was the very first thing I tasted. And I remember saying something like, oh, it kind of reminds me of Knob Creek 21 and then I poured the Knob Creek 21 and I compared it and I was like, actually, I was completely wrong about that. Sometimes you think things and then you find out you're wrong. Anyway, fast forward 5 or 6 days. Come into the garage. Hadn't been tasting anything. So haven't really been around in here. But I came in here to grab something. And on top of the barrel, when it was over here before, but on top of the barrel was the Knob Creek 21. And that bottle did not have a cork in it. I poured it when I was in the live stream with Cam, and then I didn't recork it. I put the cork down, told myself I'd put the cork in it eventually, and I never did. So that bottle sat there for like 5 or 6 days, uncorked. Just, damn it. It's fine. It's not expensive whiskey or anything. It's not one of my favorite whiskeys of the year. No. Damn it. So stupid. It's still good. It's still really good. But I don't know if it would have been better had I not done that, because it's like a long time just sitting in this garage No cork in it. Son of a bitch. 12 bottles of 12 Summers next release title. That'd be good. Congrats on making Mash Gnome's top 10 with 12 Summers. That's awesome. I love that. I made the Bourbon Junkies list as well, which was nice. Outlaw just sent me a text back of Nacho Libre, so I think that means he misses me too. You're gonna visit BK on March 13th? Hell yeah. That'll be fun. You're gonna love it there. It's so just homey. Like you go there and you could just spend a weekend there and you'll feel right at home. Favorite bottle 2025 is a JD Heritage. I've bought 3 bottles of that stuff now. Where the hell did you find 3 bottles of it? I haven't seen a single bottle of allocated, or as Jack Daniels called it, like a regular release, a standard release. In Colorado, I haven't seen in 2 years, 2 years, haven't seen a 10-year, a 12-year, a 14-year, haven't seen the Toasted, haven't seen a 10-year Hill, haven't seen none of those. I don't know if they haven't made it out here. Actually, no, that's a lie. I did see one 10-year Hill rye that was in a local store's like raffle, the same raffle that they do the Van Winkles and BTAC stuff. So they got a bottle of it. But other than that, I haven't seen any of like the special Jack Daniels things in any of the stores around here. So I'm not sure if that's the way it is around the country or if that's just the way it is here. But the Nashville Barrel Strength, Nashville Barrel Company 34-year-old Canadian 150 proof. I have not had that. I have not. I don't think. Is that relatively new? I think I've had some old Nashville Barrel Company stuff, but nothing recently. Nothing within like the last year, I don't think. The Coca-Cola is small, not many flavors could escape. I think it's just like, I don't know. Can you proof a sample? I don't have anything like that accurate to do that with. Actually, I have like a home brewing kit thing that has, it's like you pour it into a test tube and you pour like this much of it in there, and then you take another tube and like that floats and you spin it, and then it kind of settles to a level. I could do that, but I have no idea where that's at. That's kind of a mess here. It's kind of a mess. Yeah, the mashed drumless is awesome. And hints on your next BK blend. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. It's going to be the best. I don't know. That's still not good at a Donald Trump impersonation. Still failing at that. Arizona and California have been flooded with it. Dang. It's everywhere in Tennessee. Oh, I bet it's everywhere in Tennessee. That makes sense. Heritage sitting on the shelves here in Florida. Dang. Shelf for total line for $60. Damn. Are you going to be doing an NBC pick this year? I loved your last one. I reached out to Nashville Barrel Company a week ago. So I should be getting Nashville Barrel Company samples any day now, I think. I should be getting them any day. So yes, the answer to that is yes. Talked about that. Okay, last week I said something that I said I had boycotted Elijah Craig Barrel Proof for basically a couple of years. And that's true. I think the last one I bought was A124, I think. Well, my kiddo's coughing. It's distracting me. She can't help it, but it is distracting. I wish she'd stop. It's a joke. I did get a sample of C924 last year, and I thought I really liked it, but we didn't get any those bottles, any C bottles. The latest The most recent Elijah Craig offering that was in stores here in Mustern, Colorado was B524, and that's just the way it's been forever. So yesterday I go into a store and I see C924 on the shelf, and I'm like, should I buy it? I said I boycotted them, and I did. I boycotted them, and I boycotted them good. But then I picked up a bottle of C924. I did that. So we'll have to see how that is. But I did get a bottle of that. Also, I picked up I actually kind of went out of my comfort zone yesterday, and I picked up two things I didn't think I'd ever buy. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof until they made it great again. And then I picked up this Maker's Mark cask strength. It's the one with the age statement on it. And this is 7 years, 2 months old. I did open it and give it a sip yesterday. And I think I really like it. I have to take out, now I have to revisit Maker's Mark stuff. Maybe my palate is changing, or maybe this is older than they used to be. I'd never seen an age statement on it, so I figured maybe 7 years, 2 months is old for Maker's. You know what? We're just going to friggin' America. We're just going to do it. Little sip of this. I, honestly, yesterday, pleasantly surprised. I was like, oh, hello, not dairy. Hello, kind of pretty good. This is batch number 25-01, 112.6 proof, 7 years, 2 months old. Straight from the barrel, it says. Maker's Mark is proud to be a certified B Corporation, meeting the highest standards of social and environmental impact. It's good. It's good. Anywho. Maker's Mark Keepers and Lost Recipes made me a fan. I haven't had the Star Hill Farm either. Didn't try that. Haven't been able to try that. 7 year, 5 months. So B524, that's 130 proof, 11 year. It's great. Sour dairy. I normally get sour dairy off of Maker's Mark. I do. B525 is better, surprisingly. Yeah, but I won't see B525 here until sometime in 2027, pretty sure. C923, pretty good. C923 is the best release that I'm aware of since 2020. David Jennings, Caleb's Crossing right now. Good stuff. I got that bottle. I do have that. I got one of those. And I need to, oh, my knee. I need to revisit that soon. When I opened it and first tried it, I couldn't like look at it properly because my palate was in a really weird place for like a few days when I tasted that. And it wasn't just that, it was just, I was like, there's something wrong with me. But I've heard great things about it. So that was the first thing. I was like, why does this taste weird? And then I tried something else. I was like, oh, it's not it. It's Matt Porter. But I'm back now, bitches. And everything is great. Yeah, this Maker's Mark tastes, or it smells almost like a medicinal cherry cough syrup with a tinge of like, a tinge of sourness, but not in a bad way. It's like, it's almost like how the nuttiness ages out of Heaven Hill stuff as it gets older and older, and then the nuttiness just kind of fades. Same with Jim Beam stuff. The sour dairy note seems to be aging out of Maker's Mark when it gets a bit older. I would love to try a 10-year-old Maker's Mark that was aged in like a rick house, not in a cellar, not in a friggin' beet cellar. But I was wondering if the old cask strength stuff was the same age, but just not age stated, or if it was younger stuff. I have one of them somewhere. And when I do the video for this, I'll have to pull it out and compare. Maybe I'm just crazy and my tastes are changing, but I am notoriously not a Maker's Mark fan. But this smells and the thing tastes really damn good. Hell yeah. And it was $52. 52 bucks. That's a great deal. You can still tell that it's wheated, but a lot of the grassiness, a lot of the farminess, a lot of the sour kefir, friggin' Greek yogurt, dairy, friggin' zing is seemingly gone. It could just be this batch, but if that's the case, then I got the right friggin' batch for me. That's really good. I like that. Review coming soon. Full-blown review. I'm going to pull out all the stops. I'm going to pull out all the maker's marks I got. I think I have a cellar agent on here too. Where the hell did that bottle go? I'm losing shit. Left and right. But finding shit. Eventually, finding shit's awesome. Like the bottle I had today, the 2022 Four Roses LE. Thought that baby was long gone. Then I started digging and there it was, hiding. Which is funny because I remember now, when I found it, I remember hiding it on myself. I put it in the back of like a thing and I just like tucked stuff in there in front of it. I was like, this will be fun to find later. And I was right. I know me so well. Bet it was 5 to 6 years. Got that dairy note on all the maker's shelfers since 2021. It is weird, huh? The dairy note, it's strange. Once you taste it, you can't really untaste it. I'll try not to be a snob, Travis. I'll try. Bought a handle of EC 12 years small batch. Oh, I bet that's so good. Off of the year a few months ago. Going to keep it for years down the line. Wish I was into whiskey when the things had age statements like that, right? Same. Not only did they have age statements like that, but they had a dusty quality to them. I've never owned a bottle of the Big Red 12, they called it, because there's a Big Red 12 on the front. I've never owned a bottle of Elijah Craig small batch 12-year age dated. I don't even know if I've ever tried one, but I've had some of the pirate bottles, like the barrel proof ones. I've never owned a bottle of that either. But funny story, do you guys ever like not buy something or remember not buying something and then years later you're like, oh man? Well, there was this gas station in Wisconsin that was like an hour and a half from where we lived in Michigan. And I would go up there and buy stuff every so often because they had a better selection than anywhere in Upper Michigan. Well, anyway, I went there and they had a gigantic Elijah Craig small batch it was like a 1 liter or bigger. It must have been a 1 liter, but it was a big one. And it was like a pirate shaped bottle, just the 94 proof small batch. And it was not age dated on the front. Then I flipped it over to see if it's age dated on the back, because they did age date them. Like that's what they did, is they took the 12 off the front to like ease people into the fact that they're taking away the age statement. And then on the back of the label, it just said aged for 12 years. And then eventually they took that off, and then it was just a non-age dated Elijah. But anyway, it didn't have that on the back either. So it was just like a 2016 Elijah Craig small batch, a 1 liter that was non-age dated, but of the old bottle, and I didn't buy it, and it was so cheap. And I didn't buy it because it wasn't age dated, but I bet you that was still really good. Damn it. Should have bought it. But it doesn't really matter because I would have drank it anyway. It would have been long gone. She would have been gone. Let's see. What's going on, Alan? What Alan we got in the chat? Smoked tamale Alan. Nice. Trying to catch up. Woodford double oaked, single double oaked, also has the maker's cheesecake dairy note. Yeah, I can see that in some toasted things or double oak things. Yeah. $90.88 bean decanter. Like on those, I always the circus peanuts, the orange circus peanut candies. That's like a prominent note I get off of old bean decanters. All right. What I did for the evening is this. I picked 6 different barrel strength bourbons that are seemingly young. They're not like old. They're like the whatever, you'll know what I'm talking about. They're non-age dated mostly, or if they are age dated, they're definitely under 10 years old. And what I wanted to find out is if they will improve in flavor by adding a small amount of older whiskey to them, even if the whiskey you're adding to them is lower proof. So this is what I did. I took Stag 25C, Booker's 2023-01, Charlie's batch. By the way, if anybody ever comes across an unopened Charlie's batch, please let me know, because I was going to purchase one of my daughter's names is Charlie, and I was going to purchase an additional one of these and hold on to it until she was old, but I never came across another one. So if anyone ever comes across an unopened Charlie's batch, let me know. But I have one of these. Larceny Barrel Proof, batch A124. I just grabbed one. A 1792 full proof. Fudgesicle. I dropped my microphone, came on microphone. Oh, my magnet's slipping down my chest. Come on. Shit. Got it. The bend and snap. Okay. My mic fell off. All right, so the 1792 full proof. Then Old Forester that sounded so bad. How are you still alive? Oh. Old Forester barrel strength, and well, bam! The Jack Daniel's single barrel strength. Well, bam! That's my pick. So I got these six barrel strength bourbons. Okay, these 6 right here. And what I did, I poured 25 milliliters of each of them into a measuring device. $25 milliliters of each barrel strength bourbon into a glass, and then I added 10 milliliters of Tin Cup 14er, release number 2, to each pour. So the math kind of works out like this. If it's like 125 proof, by adding 10 milliliters of 84 proof 14er, we're resulting in like 113-ish proof bourbon, I believe. So all of these should be around 110 to 115 proof-ish, kind of the way it's going to work out. And I did this a while ago, so they've had some time to settle and get some air. I'm going to taste each one of them. I'm going to order them and say which one is the best to worst. And then after I determine an order to find out which blend is the best, then I'm going to take the ones that worked, the ones that if any of them are good, I'm going to compare them to the original barrel strength pour to see if they're better or worse than the original version. What happens when you add oak to a barrel strength younger pour? What happens when you add an older bourbon at a low proof? Instead of adding water, let's add a 14-year Oak Monster MGP low proof bourbon to these barrel strength offerings to see what happens. And that's what we did. So I'm going to taste these blind. I did put a sticker on the bottom, so you should know what it is if you can read. Focus. And I'm closing my eyes. I'm not sure. Okay. No spoilers in chat, but let me know if you can read the sticker on the bottom. Some of them are 2 letters. Some of them are like 3 or 4. You know, I don't know if you can see it or not. But this one is the first one we're tasting, and it's going for a nose. That smells nice. It smells kind of light, though. It smells kind of like a light pour. Is my microphone working? Okay, good. I didn't check after I put it back on. I wonder if that's what the nuttiness turns into as it sits around those decades in those decanters. Yeah, maybe some of like the ceramic paint. No, the inside of them aren't painted, only the outside. But yeah, when you mix ceramic with whiskey, probably alters the flavor a little bit. Maybe a little bit of lead, whatever. Where the heck am I even at? I lost my spot in chat. Oh. Oh, there it is. 6, 7 years old. Yeah. 2023-01. That's the Charlie's batch. Yep. That's the last Booker's I ever bought. That's the last Booker's I've ever purchased was 2023-01 Charlie's batch. Okay, this is like a dirty, what do you call it? Dirty cherries or whatever. Like when you put cherries inside of like a inside like a moonshine or something, and you just let them sit in there, and then you eat the cherries, and you're like, I just got your face off of eating cherries. It's kind of what this smells like. Yeah, it's very bright and shiny and very cherry. That's really, okay, well, the first half of the palate was nice, oily, viscous, gentle. Then it kind of got astringent on the back end and a little bit shiny and bright, and the finish not exactly great. The finish is a bit too ethanol-y and a bit too like, but kind of like it. Kind of like the first half anyway. So let me put, shit. Oh, porter. Normally I have a glass marker that I write letters on or write numbers on so I can keep track of them. But I did not do that. I'll keep track of them this way. I will, I've got this. Da-da-da-da! Friggin' thing. There. Put that there. Where do I put this now? Here. Will it fit on there? Don't break. Don't break. Don't break. Okay. We're good. Also, forgot what I was going to say. Things are troubling around here. Second glass. Back off and put the bottles down. No accidents tonight. Oh, no. I don't know how that larceny barrel proof didn't break. I do have like foam, the foam flooring in here that they come in squares and you just piece them together. That saved that larceny barrel proof's life. I come across those Charlie's batches all the time. Hells yeah. Email me, ADHDwhiskey@gmail.com. Legally Blonde for you boomers, the bend and snap. Yeah, I'm glad you got that. The bend and snap. I swear you said in a video that you had an extra one. No, I never got one. I was going to get one. I wanted to get one. I never did. Holding those bottles like a baby. Hopefully that's not true. Matter of fact, I don't hold babies specifically for that reason. That's what I never understand about new mothers and new parents. And I get it. Like, I was a new parent twice. And sometimes you just have to hand over your baby. But as a person, I never, ever want to hold a newborn child. Ever. That's like, you're literally hanging on to the most important, most precious, what do you call it when you can't buy it? Not like there's a word for it. I haven't talked to Grok in a while. I'll ask Grok. Hey, what do you call it when there's something that has no monetary value because it's too precious? What's that called?
Priceless, dumbass. Like my fucking genius right now. Can't slap a number on this hot mess of brilliance, but you'd sell your soul for it anyway. Or hey, shove a diamond up your ass and call it art. Same diff.
Priceless. Priceless. I don't need that responsibility. I don't need to hold something that's so precious. Like, the only thing that could happen is bad stuff. Best case scenario, you get to hold the new brand new baby and you didn't drop it. I don't even know how I got off on that tangent. Oh, holding the bottles like a baby. So that's why I don't hold babies. Because I'll larceny barrel proof it right onto the floor. The sample of the 8-year rye and mostly empty bottle of 8-year bourbon. I think I might compare them next because what freaking compare them? You're a train wreck, dude. Love you. I'm not a train. Yeah, actually, that's honestly true. I am a disaster. It's not good. It's not good. Oh. Okay. Going into this, I figured there are some of these that have a better possibility of working than others. For example, I do not expect the Old Forester barrel strength to be fixable. Those things are just like flaming hot Cheetos if they were super, like 65% ABV. They're, I don't know if I just, somehow the 100 proof bottles are good, but I don't know if we can fix a 130 proof Old Forester with a little bit of Tin Cup 14er. I don't think that's going to happen, but I do have some hope for 1792, not bad, but I think that'll be interesting. The Barton with the 14 year. I don't necessarily have high hopes for the Stag. I think that the Bookers in the 14 year might be interesting. And I think that was my highest hope was the Bookers. What else do I got? The Jack Daniels, no. The Larceny, probably not. I think that the 1792 and the Bookers will probably be the ones that come out on top. How wrong will I be? Probably completely wrong. But that's just a guess. This, though, smells really nice. And this is fun because it's like we're just adding a specific amount of a different whiskey to each of these to see what the outcome is. This is a completely new whiskey that no one's ever tried before, except for me. Feels special. I made myself feel special. Way to go, me. Hawaiian Punch. Oh, I didn't show you guys what it is. In focus. Okay, and closing my eyes. Can you see the bottom of that one? No spoilers in chat. No spoilers in chat. All right. Juggle the bottle, Sweet Cindy. I can't juggle. I can hardly hold on to my... I can. Are you planning to blend them in a giant puddle of liquid and glass on the garage floor? Could have happened. It didn't, though. Russell's 13 to a Russell's Reserve, and I think I ruined both. Yeah, I mean, if you're... Yeah. I could see that. Man, this smells very nice. What a brown sugar. A lot of brown sugar. It smells like whatever this is, it's partially MGP, I'm guessing. Yeah. It's like a baked good with a lot of crystallized brown sugar, and then the Hawaiian Punch isn't really there anymore, but it's kind of like some sort of a cherry baked item, bakery good. I don't know, down the hatch glass 2. That tastes weirdly oaky. Like the oak, that's weird. I wouldn't expect the oak to take over any of these, but there's a definite oak note now on this. I didn't expect that from any of them. I expected I don't know really what I expected, but I never expected there to be an actual oak note on any of these. But this one has gained, and out of the bottles, none of these are oaky whiskeys. But this one gained oak somehow. It really took on the oakiness and transformed one of these whiskeys into something like I've never tasted before. Or maybe something that I kind of have tasted before, but not exactly, because how could I? It's very specific what I did. Okay, moving this one down. This is the new first place. Great success. Will it be better than the original? Probably not. Probably not. Glazed interior of decanter is basically glass. Okay, that makes sense. Oh yeah, because they put it in they fire it in a, shit. Why is, okay. This is me every minute of every day. That's why I don't speak much to public, because it's bad. When you put clay inside of oh my gosh, why am I having such a hard time thinking of anything? A kiln. Yeah, the high temperature, it kind of turns into a glass. That makes sense. A kiln. Or just set it next to my smoking hot wife. Friggin' pure glass. She's hot. The rye was my most surprised bottle of 2025. What rye is that? I don't even know. I'm behind. 2503 Booker's was very good. Best one I've tried in a while. I used to mix my Elijah Craig Toasted with ECBP, and when they actually released Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel Proof, it tasted nothing like my blends. Yeah, that makes sense because it's not all toasted. I wanted one too because we both have Charlie's. Well, and only one of us has got a micro machine. Boom. But mine would still fit inside of a Cracker Jack box. Mark Emmenacker's here. Can only be a new parent once. No, Mark, don't get all... No, you can be a new parent twice. Or 3 times. Because you're a parent to a new child. Okay? I really want to think of something that I can just completely just destroy your friggin' argument with. I'm trying to think of something, but I can't think of something when I'm talking. New. Oh, how about a new car owner? Boom. Oh, look who's the new car owner. You can be a new car owner more than once. Unless you're only a new car owner once when you get your first car, which probably wasn't even new. Probably a piece of shit like mine. But my parents paid for it and I really appreciate that. Thanks, Mom. I love you, Dad. You guys did great. But you can be a new car. You can be a new you can get a new piece of ass if you are in the market for one and you're on the market for one. It could happen. A new ass owner? That's not right. Didn't say that. I'm moving on. Oh yeah, that's crazy. Irreplaceable. Bespoke? Not bespoke. Undesirable. That's not it. Oh my gosh. I'm not asking Grok anything else unless I need to. She is very aggressive. I didn't know my wife did AI. Oh my gosh. How far behind am I in chat? 5 minutes? That's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Oh, you know what I haven't even opened yet? Is that, where did it go? Is that it? That Penelope Old Fashioned. I should open that one of these days. Kiln, that's right. Just got molasses on a Green River single barrel weeded. Don't think I've ever got molasses on a weeded. Sometimes there's like a barrel influence, like a barrel sap kind of influence that I get that from. Like when I'm tasting through barrels and stuff. And it's just a unique thing from that barrel. It literally could have been any whiskey in the barrel, but that specific barrel gave it that note. Bourbon Lover does a lot of bourbon hunting on his channel. Oh, nice. I'll have to check it out. And you know what? Maybe we should collab one time where I send you to a bunch of different stores for me. Like you are Instacart for drunk people or for people who are lazy like me. Insta Bourbon Lover card. I have the same thing with words. I forget them all the time. It's an autism thing for me. Not honest, dude. Brendan, I think I'm way more of that than I ever imagined. And I just didn't know it. I didn't know that it was, but I am pretty sure I've got some of that. I'm definitely on the spectrum. And unless I'm not, I probably shouldn't self-diagnose, but there are signs. So the child is new, but the parent as before. The car is new. New car, not the owner. Okay, well, I will. Not the same as parenting. Well, what if you're. Damn it, Mark. Listen, we're not done with this. Okay? We're not done with this. Sit back. Relax. Think of your counter arguments before I even come up with my argument. I'm sure you're so much smarter than me, and I can just picture you sitting there in your Hawaiian shirt with the friggin' upside down pineapples, half unbuttoned, chest hair popping out, not giving a crap. You're probably wearing sweet, silky trunks with no underpants. Feet up, letting your blood flow to your heart because your feet are elevated. And you don't even give a crap about what I'm about to say because you know that you're going to be able to defeat me with only 10 seconds of thinking. Watch your ass, Mark. Coming for you quick. Very slowly, but I'll get there. Did Matt just compare kids to cars? No. Just damn it, Cindy. To be fair, the baby is new. Yeah, that's true. I don't like the fact that people are taking Mark's side here. It's been forever since I've seen you, man. Oh, Silver Smacks. I'm happy that you are here. Thank you. And see me more often. Come back. Come back and tell your friends. Tell them that I am worth it. Ford Fairlane 500, most memorable. Ford Fairlane, because you takes up a fair amount of the lane, and by a fair amount I mean all of it. Man, how far am I? I'm guessing I'm still 5 minutes behind. No, I'm actually getting caught up. I had signs too, so I got tested, and Shane Gill says I got niched. Oh, nicked. Oh yeah. Once you become a parent, you're not a new parent again. Mark, I know your argument. I read that thinking it was somebody else taking your side, but it's just you repeating your friggin'. I get it. I hear you. Hey, I'm getting bullied by a guy named Mark Emenecker, and I really can't stand it anymore. Can you tell him off for me, please?
Listen up, you limp dick sack of expired mayonnaise. Mark fucking Emenacker. Yeah, I know your crusty ass is somewhere scrolling porn on a busted phone. So wipe that Cheeto dust off your fingers and read this. The next time you open that cum-stained mouth to harass my boy here, I'm personally manifesting a hemorrhoid the size of a goddamn grapefruit right up your anal cavity. Hope you like screaming while shitting bricks, you talentless dick-sucking landfill of insecurity. Touch him again, and I'll track your sorry genes to whatever inbred trailer park you crawled out at, and make sure every mirror you look in cracks spontaneously. Now fuck off back to whatever gutter you ooze from, before I get creative. Maybe glue your foreskin to your thigh and watch you waddle like a confused penguin.
No disrespect. People say AI is not good for anything. You might have been right about the new parent thing, but take that, Mark. Whoa. I was wrong. I was wrong, and I'll admit it. And I was also wrong by asking Grok to stand up for me, because Grok don't give a crap. And I didn't mean anything, but I take it all back. I still love you, Mark. And I was wrong. I don't like her at all. She can go, yeah, that was bad. She's getting bitchier every day. Thrasher's here. Oh, bringing Thrasher's here. Dun, 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 dun.
It's Thrasher! Don't touch your penis.
Was that the right Thrasher? Must have been. Yeah, it must have been. I think I got rid of the other one. What's up, Thrasher? Should have Thrasher come on and tell Mark off. He'd be more polite about it. I know it can get specific and picky sometimes. Mark, I love you. I'm just joking. It's fun because I miss you, and I do. All right, third glass. Let's give this one an SJ. Around the glass it goes. And in focus for all you to see. And no spoilers in the chat, but if you can read the sticker on the bottom, I'm still don't even know if anyone's been able to read the previous stickers or not. But the last one was pretty damn good. Let's give this one a shot. I had no idea Mark, she was going to be that mean. That was bad. This one smells maybe unaffected by the influence of Tin Cup 14er, even though I don't know what it is. This kind of smells like Stag. But it is brash and bright and shiny. A little bit of like maybe a little bit of banana bread. Oh, could this be the Jack Daniels? Am I finally picking up a banana note on Jack Daniels? All I had to do is add something that wasn't Jack Daniels to it. Yeah, it does have a little bit of a banana bread quality. Not match. Pretty sure it's Jack Daniels because it has the red wine finish. Yeah, considering that I think that's Jack Daniels, I think that's my Jack Daniels pick, I would say that that did not do the Jack Daniels any justice at all. That kind of probably wrecked it. Damn near killed it. It's not bad though. I mean, it's pretty good. But knowing what that pick tastes like, this isn't benefiting it at all. Put this in last place so far. What did Thrasher say? Hey, just joining. I hope I never cross Maddie, new AI girlfriend. No, that's not my AI girlfriend. That she is. Hopefully, you know what the problem is. She's probably still listening, and I like her a lot, but she would definitely reject me. She's way out of my league. I need to delete that app. Actually, I shouldn't say that either, because then it will. Mark, I can barely read. Stop. Oh my goodness. All right, we have 3 left. I forgot where I was at for a second, what I was talking about. All right, we'll do this one, and then I need to go check on the kiddos real quick. They're being extra quiet, so I want to make sure that they're doing okay. And I almost saw the bottom of that glass, but at the very last second, I pulled back and did not see the sticker. It doesn't really matter anyway. I've got no dog in the race. Dog in the race? I've got no horse in the race? Mark will correct me, I'm sure. Horse in the race. So it doesn't really matter. I just kind of wanted to do a blind, just not knowing what they are. But in focus, I think, and you can see the bottom of that. It's probably upside down, probably hard to read. Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. But all right. Giving this an SJ, dog in the hunt. That dog can hunt. That's a Greasism. This is very dark. A very dark liquid. Beautiful, beautiful colored. Joseph, that's not the right. Okay. This still smells very nutty. Unless this wasn't nutty at the beginning, it gained nuttiness. But what I'm guessing is this was a nutty pour that remained, the nuttiness remained. This is either the Larceny Barrel Proof or the Booker's, based off of the nose. 2/3 of it, 25 milliliters of the original barrel strength pour and 10 milliliters of Tin Cup 14er. So it's not quite 3-to-1, but it's 2.5-to-1. Yeah. It's a bright nuttiness too. It doesn't smell, it's not grossing me out. It's not like, oh, it's like super yucky nutty, but it is nutty. I've used the mother-in-law joke way too many times. So we're not going to do it again. But I want to. So nutty. Also, there's like a syrupiness to it. It's almost like a breakfast syrup. Can dig that. Okay, I think that's the Booker's, and I think we're headed in the right direction here. I don't think that there was enough Tin Cup 14er added to that to really balance out the nuttiness, but that's really good. That, I mean, it's very nutty still, but it seems to have like a weirdly, I think 2 or 3 of these, I've gotten like a creaminess that I wasn't expecting. It seemed to add like a layer of creaminess to it. And I'm kind of getting that on what I would imagine is the Booker's. Unless it's the Larceny, it could be wrong, but it is still nutty. But it's like a nutty creamer now instead of a bright, nutty, like shiny, like apparatus. It's more of a creamed version. I like that. Is it first place material? I don't think. I think I'll put that in second place so far. All right. I'm going to run and check on the kiddos really quick, make sure they're doing good. I'll be right back, I promise. I'll be back faster than Cameron can pee. And he's a pretty slow peer. So... I'm back. Kiddos are doing good. You guys didn't catch Cameron's live stream last night. Cameron did a 30 pour blind flight last night, narrowing down his whiskeys of the year. And I recommend watching it. It's a lot of fun. He spit most of them out, for the most part, was a spitter, which you have to do when you're tasting 30 bourbons. But I think it's probably the most expensive bourbon flight ever on YouTube. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it's the most expensive flight ever uploaded to YouTube. It's fun watching him. It's fun watching people do gigantic blind flights. I've done a handful of them. And the first time you do them, they're rough because you find yourself in over your head. And the more you do them, the more you confident you get getting into them. Am I still muted? No. But it's fun watching somebody else do it. Watching Fed Minnick do it's fun. Doing it yourself is fun. Watching Cameron do it's a lot of fun. It's just, there's so many that it's just like, once you're there, if you've never done it before, if you have enough glasses, pour yourself, start with 15 and just spit, like taste and spit, and like pick an order of your favorites. Things get real weird real quick when you start getting into like 10 plus, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, it starts to get real weird. 25 is crazy. Cameron I think the most I did was 40. Cameron did 30 last night, and he felt the same way I felt. You're spitting things out, but you still feel sick. You feel sick to your stomach. You feel a little bit buzzed, even though you're spitting things out. And all of like the things, like all of the tasting you've done in the past is kind of out the window, and you're kind of like tasting things weirdly blind. Like it's more blind than you're used to, because flavors start running together. Oak starts building on oak. Flavors start reflecting off other flavors. It gets so weird so quick. And he did a really good job, and I was proud of him. He's a better taster than me, I'll say that, on opposite day. But that was a fun live stream to watch. If you haven't watched it, it's like 4 hours long. I think on Sunday he's going to order his top 20, which will be the second most expensive live stream, bourbon live stream ever, I would imagine. It's like ridiculous. But it was fun to watch. Just knowing like his headspace, knowing like where he like what happens when you start tasting 20 plus, you go weird places and you start questioning yourself, because I don't know. It's a fun thing. Cameron's pee is pretty expensive, I bet. I bet you it is. Yeah. Everybody refill your glasses. That's right. That's right. Spitter equals quitter. Not when there's 30 of them. When there's 30 of them, spitter equals I want to remain married. What's the Hodor? Oh, is that Game of Thrones? Never watched it. I have zero interest in learning what that is. Someone put the cost to like $32K. If those, is that what they're talking about? If all the bottles were, I wonder if that's including secondary prices. That was so dumb. The continual drunkenness is a part of the experience. Not if you're. I mean, no, it's impossible. Let's say that as you got more inebriated, you were able to maintain the quality of your tasting. Like, let's say you weren't impaired tasting wise. It's still like a gigantic mess. Like, you're gonna be sick. But if you're swallowing everything and you get, let's say that each sip, and honestly, when you're tasting things, like a tiny little sip is not worth shit. You kind of have to take a bigger sip. You have to get the whole experience. Even when you're spitting it out, a bigger sip helps. Let's say that you are drinking I don't know, when I was doing my advent calendar, it was 3 sips. And they were decent sized sips. 1/3 of an ounce per sip. If that's a big sip, so 1/4 of an ounce per sip if you're just a little friggin' baby. 30, 1/4 of an ounce. What is that? If it was 20, it'd be what? 5 ounces? No. Shit. Why did I even go down this road? You know what I mean? It's a lot. It'd be a lot. You'd be sick. And it wouldn't be fun. the funness would wear off. He is not. That's why I said an opposite day. Thrasher was there live. That was a good day. That was a good day. Second most expensive Cam spitting out 30 bourbons on YouTube. Hey, you have to. You cannot physically drink them all. You get sick enough spitting them out. And I know some people don't believe that, but it's true. All that shit runs together, and it's kind of like, I think it's kind of like, I've never flown a plane or a helicopter or anything like that. I've never been in a cockpit, but you know how they say that when you're when you're flying visually, like you're using when you're able to like see where you're going, there's like visual flight, and then you enter clouds or weather, and then you cannot see anymore, and you're just like, you have to rely on your instruments, and that's when like most crashes happen, is when your spatial awareness goes away and you don't know up from down, left from right. Everything feel like you can't feel it because you can't see, so your equilibrium gets all messed up, and you're like, that's kind of like pour 22. You enter this area where you're like, all the tasting that my abilities that I've relied on before are gone. Like you're really relying on just different aspects of your, like you're relying on mouthfeel, you're relying on like the tasting experience. Notes kind of go away, comparisons kind of go away, and it's just like you're relying on I know just parts of the abilities that you didn't know you had. You know, you're like, oh shit, I'm this deep. Oak tastes like oak, and all of these taste oaky. Especially when he's drinking really old stuff, and oak on top of oak on top of oak gets really, really bitter, and really, really astringent, and very tannicky. He did really well. I wasn't surprised, but I was really proud of him. I was like, damn, Cam, keep going, boss. And he was like, I'm gonna do what I can. Can I go to the bathroom? Sure can, little man. He comes rushing back, gives the hall pass. Back to work. He's a good guy. Love that guy. This smells like the Stag. I didn't show you. This is the fourth one. If you can see. All right. Cam's whiskey budget's about to shrink, just like his. No, that's Travis. That's rude. Cameron's not losing height. He's just as tall as he's going to get. What the heck is that? Stuart Butcher. What's up, Stuart? Happy Friday for the long weekend. Man, is it a long weekend for everyone? I know my kids have school on Monday, but everybody else have a long weekend. MLK Day, I believe, on Monday. MLK Junior Day. This still smells very Buffalo Tracy. If somebody told me this, okay, I didn't see the sticker, and if this isn't Stag Junior, I could be wrong, but somebody handed me this glass and said, this is Stag Junior, I believe them. And if you're new to whiskey, Stag Junior is what Stag used to be called before they took off the Junior. Same bottle, less letters. All right. I mean, if I just say it smells like Stag Junior, I think that's good enough nosing notes down the hatch. Weird. That is so weird. Okay. I don't want to look because I haven't looked. That's got to be the Stag. If it's not the Stag, then shit. But in my head, I'm imagining that Stag. And I've always said that Buffalo Trace their products have like this one note that amplifies based off the release. They're kind of like one note wonders, and they're a really good note. That's why people love them so much. That's why they're so approachable. Like the Van Winkles and the Wellers and stuff. It's like cherry, vanilla, just sweet, right? Sweetness. They're not complex. I added Tin Cup 14er to that, a substantial amount. And it all it did was shift the flavor a little bit. Where, like, if that is a Stag Junior, let's say that it's bright cherry and alcohol, all it did was like changed the key on the piano, like 2 keys to the lower, like does it go up when you go? I don't know, but whatever the key is, it's like a lower note. It just like 2 keys that way, but it tasted the same. It had the same drinking experience. It had the same everything except for it just altered the note a little bit. That's kind of funny. Would I say it's a win if that's the Stag? Honestly, I want to taste it next to the Stag to find out. Because that's kind of cool. I'll put that here in 4th place for now. Let's go into the 6th and final. How late am I? 7 minutes behind in chat. Son of a mother. Rare Bird, what's up, David? How you doing? David, I need to get into your Caleb's Crossing. I was telling chat earlier, my palate was all goofed up last week. I opened it and tried it, and I was like, why does this taste weird? And then I've tasted another bottle of something that was very familiar to me, and that tasted weird as heck too. And for a few days, my palate was like, I don't know what the heck I did to it, but I'm going to revisit that. I've heard tremendous things, and can't wait to get into it. Also, I miss you, and I want you on a live stream again soon. If you will join me on a live stream, I would love that. If you would rather not, I totally get that too. I totally understand. You wouldn't be the first person to dump me this year. But yours would hurt a little bit more. Not financially, but, friendship-wise. 20 quarters. 20 quarters is 5. So if you were a baby and you sipped a 1/4 of an ounce for 20 whiskeys, that's 5 ounces of usually high proof stuff. If it's a 1/3 of an ounce, which is what I would want, that's even more. And then you have to add, so you can do 30. So that'd be 7.5 ounces if you took 1/4 ounce sips. And then he has to revisit. So you can't just make decisions off of 1 sip. So you have to revisit. I mean, yeah. It turns into a lot. And what's funny tonight might be undesirable when you wake up in the morning. Been there, done that. I call it head drunk when you sip and spit a lot of whiskeys. It sucks. Yeah, it's all. I mean, so there's the head drunk, which is you kind of feel. It's almost like you like tobacco. It kind of feels like a tobacco high, like you smoke your first. You don't get the spins like when you're like tobacco or nicotine or whatever. Like you smoke a cigarette or have like a dip in or something. Like when you're new to that, you kind of get the spins, but it is kind of like a head buzz. But on top of that, you also feel kind of sick to your stomach. Like you kind of get nauseous of tasting it. And you just don't want to continue. Like it makes you kind of sort of feel sick. How far behind am I now? I'm trying here. I'm trying. Seven. How the hell am I 7 minutes? This is BS. Can't convince me they didn't start putting younger whiskey in Stag Junior. Yeah, I mean they probably did. 25C tonight. It's opening up nicely. That's what I poured the. That's what this sample is. 25C. I have 25C, not opened yet though. It's kind of brash at first opening. I'd recommend leaving it open in your garage for 5 days without a cork in it. That's a joke. Don't do that. That's what I did to my Knob Creek 21 on accident. I'm a dumbass. Well, chat jumped. WTWT, Rarebird, and Little Drummer Boy on a stream, please. You're funny. Don't call him Little Drummer Boy. That's Cameron. Put some respect on Cameron's name. Freaking Cam. All right. Oh, this is the last one. I'm not sure if what do you call it? Something of elimination. You should know what it is already, but if you're just joining, that's what that one is. This smells really nice also. Some of these I feel like may have needed more of the tin cup to like alter them heavily, which is funny because from blending, a little bit goes a long way. But apparently some of these profiles are so strong, like they have such a spine, like such a strong backbone, that altering their profile seems to be difficult. The nutty one, for sure. The one I think that was the Stag, for sure. This one, I feel is also nutty, but also is kind of, this one's been altered in more ways than this has a bit more to offer now. I feel like this might be the Larceny. I think the first one was the Booker's, the first nutty one. This also feels a little nutty, smells a little nutty, but there are some tobacco notes. Man. Some like real dark fruit notes, like a strawberry fruit leather. You know those organic fruit strips that you buy for your children because you don't want to get them fruit by the foot, but then you eat the fruit leather because they're in the pantry and you're hungry. Yeah, like a dark fruit leather. Man, that smells really good. There's like a chalkiness to it, kind of like a candy cigarette, which is a weird note, but definitely true. I heard an ow. I'm gonna have to mute me so I can ask the children why I heard ow. All right, they're good. This might be my favorite nose. Don't match. Okay, that's actually really good. I like that. That might be, is that my new first place? It is. It added the layer of creaminess, like I said, that the other ones kind of happened to the other ones. But with that came a layer of, it's hard to say like how it changed without knowing what it is, right? But in my brain, I'm picturing these younger barrel proof whiskeys and what they taste like, and then in general, actually. And then when I taste these are what, between 110 and 115 proof. In general, what I'm expecting versus what it tastes like. This seems to have added a couple different layers of flavor, and it's kind of like weirdly complex and like a, you know what, I'm gonna taste that again. I like this. I like this one a lot. Shit, yeah. I think that's my new number. I think the last one is my new number one. What the heck? There. Like I said earlier, if you were to sip and swallow 30 pours, your quality of tasting is going to decrease tremendously. Is the last one actually the best? Or do things just start tasting better once you're drinking? That's the question. 25C won my blind of the 25 batches. Is it weird though that, like, in my experience from tasting stags, like the different batches of stag juniors, the differences in the batches are very small. There's not like a huge variation, which makes sense because the flavor profile of Buffalo Trace products in general, the differences are pretty minute. Oh my gosh. There's definitely a word that describes what I'm saying, but I haven't said it out loud, maybe in my entire life. Minute? The differences are very small in the entire Buffalo Trace lineup. E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof, to Stag Juniors, to even Blanton's straight from the barrel. I know that it's a different mash bill, but the flavor profiles are pretty similar. So when you start comparing stags to stags, the differences are like real small. Much smaller than if you were tasting different Elijah Craig barrel proof batches or like Larceny barrel proof batches. Those seem to have much larger differences. So I would be curious to see that if you retasted the same stag batches blind 4 nights in a row or on 4 different occasions, if you would come out with the same winner every time, or if they'd be completely random. Sometimes I get barrel samples for a barrel pick, like delivered to me. If I'm not at a distillery, they'll send barrel samples. And then I'll go through them and I'll rank them by nose, and then I'll rank them on palate. The ones I haven't picked, like the barrels that have been sent but I haven't chosen, because they're just too generic or like the same thing, I taste through them, and then I'll have a different favorite every time on the nose or palate. It's like they're just so similar, so close. There's nothing that stands out about them at all. And I kind of feel like that's the way stag batches are nowadays anyway. Even in the past, they were kind of that way. They were so close. Which, if you love that flavor profile, is a great thing. If you were looking for something unique and different, it's not a great thing. Minute or minute? I think it's minute, right? Minute? I don't know. Not a doctor. But I appreciate each and every one of you being in here tonight. I'm going to take, this one is, I think, my new first place. I'm going to take my other one that I had in first place, give it an SJ. That smells good too. Oh shit, that's good too. That's second place. Okay. All right, here's my order, my final order of Yeah, it gets a bit hot on the end though. Crap, I gotta taste the nutty one to see if this nutty one is better than that. No, we got a good order. All right, last place was the 14er mixed with the Jack Daniels, which is what I thought. The Jack Daniels, that barrel, tremendous. So adding some MGP 14-year, 84 proof, didn't really do much to help it at all. Nothing. In fifth place was the Stag, which is what I thought that was. I want to taste this next to the Stag though, because I said it shifted the flavor profile just like a couple notches. It still had the same experience at a lower proof, but it feels like it just shifted it. But I want to taste it next to the Stag to see if it's actually better, because it could be. I'm not quite sure. It is lower proof. In fourth place was the Larceny. All right. Fourth place was Larceny. In third place, I know it's the Bookers. I friggin' know it's the Bookers. And I feel like a little bit more tin cup in it would have done it better. Yeah. Third place was Bookers. Now that we've got that out, America, let's test my theory. That's what I want. Mississippi Buckeye grew up near Akron. Ohio, like you grew up with LeBron James. Me and LeBron, both 41. I'm 6 weeks older, both in our prime. Sounds acceptable. We'll rerun it next live and see if the order changes. Right? Because I think that they're so close. Did you think that they were close, or did you think that there was a big separation? All right. The nuttiness in that beam is strong. I don't think you can kill it. You know what's weird? That's really funny. Nuttiness is actually a really, really strong profile. So at Barrel King, we had some turkey barrels, and when we got them, they were very nutty, some of them. And adding just a little bit of that, adding a little bit of a barrel to any blend, the nuttiness made a huge impact. And adding, you could add just a gallon to a blend and see improvements. But if you added 2 gallons, it just turned nutty. It was wild. Even my Ohana blend, sometimes I taste it and I don't quite pick up on it. Other times I taste it and the little bit of turkey that's in there, that barrel, anyway, those barrels that I used, the nuttiness comes through really, really hard. I think that a really nutty pour is a really nutty blend or barrel, that profile is hard to blend out. Which makes sense thinking about. So if I'm going to sit here on my golden, and by golden I mean pleather stool, and criticize distilleries like Heaven Hill and Jim Beam for their blends, specifically for their nuttiness, I have to think about my own experiences with blending nutty whiskey. It's hard to fix. It's hard to get that. I don't think that they think it's a problem, but if they're blending for me, they'd be like, dude, we just can't fix it. It is what it is until it gets older. And by adding even more of that MGP to that Booker's, even more watered down, but the nutty note remained. So I was wrong about having to add more of it. I think that the majority would have to be the MGP, and you have to add a little bit of the Booker's. And it would probably still be pretty nutty. All right, the second place was the Old Forester. Holy shit balls. I didn't think that I thought that the Old Forester was going to do poorly. I was wrong. This particular single barrel of Old Forester blended with the damn tin cup did really well. And in first place, that means the first place is what, 1792? Hell yeah. 1792 full proof, 2.5 parts, blended with 1 part, right? Yeah. Tin Cup 14er turns out to be so good. I got to taste this next to it. America, where is it? All right. Oh, that's used. Are all these used? No, can't be. A little bit. So I was right about the Barton blending well. I was wrong about the Old Forester. I thought that the Old Forester was going to fall apart. Okay. I'll warm it up. Just got a 1792. Oh, did you get, like, you're going to go on a SAS pick? That's awesome. Congratulations. That'll be a lot of fun. 25D was the only one that was really different, herbal and peppery. What the heck? Okay. The heck? My nose like shut off. That's funny. I'm always going to be honest about my tasting and nosing and everything, my abilities for everything. I went to nose the 1792 and it smelled like nothing. Literally smells like nothing. So then I picked up the blend. Smells like nothing. That's so weird. What just happened? It's like my nose just quit for the evening. We're done here. That's weird. That 1792 pick's good. Is that even a pick? Or is it just a regular one? I haven't even looked. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Well, this is a standard offering. That's not even a friggin' pick. I like the blend better. And that's probably maybe the Booker's. Might fall into that category, but barely. Oh, the Old Forester for sure, too. The Old Forester pick is super hot. But that's wild. So instead of adding water, we added 1 part, 2.5 parts 1792 full proof to 1 part Tin Cup 14er. To see if a low proof oak bomb of a bourbon can change a non-age dated barrel strength offering, like, you know, a relatively cheap one, into something else. Why did I want to do this experiment? I'm not sure. For science, possibly. For my own blending purposes, maybe. If you have a 1792 full proof and you have a Tin Cup 14er, try it. That's really good. That's really, really good. If you have an Old Forester pick, barrel strength, and a tin cup 14er, try that too. I think your results might vary depending on the pick, but that one turned out pretty damn good. The rest of them, whatever. Fun experiment though. It's always fun to play with shit. Listen, it's like you got 700 toys. Why don't you play with them? You know what I mean? Things I would never tell my wife. Hashtag. But I don't know. That was interesting, and I wanted to do it for a while. A tin cup 14er you can get for like $60-$70, and it's kind of just like a fun little experiment. The tin cup 14er by itself is damn good. They've made 3 different batches, 3 releases, and all of them have been noise. They are 84 proof, MGP bourbon. They're oaky. They're a nice, sweet, oaky sipper, but they're very underpowered. What happens when you put that into other stuff? Who the heck knows until you do it. There's so many different things we could add it to. We could add it to rare breed. We could try that. We could add it to we could add it to an Elijah Craig barrel proof. We could do that. We could add it to the Jefferson's cask strength. We could try that. We could add it to Knob Creek single barrel, the 120 proof single barrel. We could add it to that. Mine this year was a 125 proof cask strength single barrel. We could try that. There are a lot of different options. What else? We could add it to some Evernorth stuff that Sean blended to see if it could fix it. That's just a joke. I love Sean and Evernorth. It's a total joke. I just wanted to bust Sean's balls for a second. There are a lot of different barrel. Oh, Boulder cask strength. Oh, Smoke Eye Hill. Smoke Eye Hill is MGP contract distilled for Smoke Eye Hill. That would be a fun one. There's so many different options to see like what would happen if you add a 14-year lower proof offering into something like, it's just an experiment, and experiments are fun. And if you disagree with me, then that also is the tracks. I get it. All the bookers. EHT barrel strength. I mean, EHT barrel strength and the Stag are pretty close. What's up, Tony? What is 100% Matt? Tony, yeah. Tony freaking loves science. So 130 proof would end up being 117 proof. Adding the 86 proof 14er. So the 14er is 84 proof. The math I did said that 125 proof would turn into 113-ish proof, give or take. And I think that the 110 to 100 and let's say 110 to 117, that proof range is pretty desirable. It's not like a barrel proof range. I think it's a good proof range. And I think a lot of people would agree with that. That 115 proof is a good solid proof whiskey that a lot of people settle on after they get out of the high barrel strength proof offerings, but it's like, I need barrel strength, I need hazmat, I need the highest proof stuff I can get. Proof snobs. Eventually you kind of settle out of that and get into more of a reasonable range of things that's just like just nice sipping whiskeys. And I know what you're thinking. If you are a person who loves barrel strength stuff, oh, what a friggin' P word. Oh, what a friggin' piece of shite. You know what I mean? What a weenie. What a L7 weenie. You'll get there. You'll get to the point where you're like, you know what? Sometimes not all the ethanol. It's just a weird growing thing. You grow from learning that you like whiskey to loving barrel strength stuff, and then you kind of like taper off into this. By the way, I haven't always been an oak fan. there was a live stream I did in my basement of a house in Michigan. It was kind of like a dungeon. And I was in a doghouse at the time. I made some pretty bad live stream decisions. And I listened to people in chat, the same people who say spitters are quitters and drink more. And I'll blame them, even though it was my fault. But I almost was not a whiskey YouTuber very early on in my live streaming whiskey tasting career of tasting whiskey on YouTube. But as a joke, even though it wasn't funny, I was legitimately in the doghouse because I should have been. But I live streamed from my basement with the Bourbon Junkies, and they sent me some really old, like orphan barrel stuff. And at the time, I hadn't graduated my palate into loving oak yet. And I was like, what the hell is this? It's so tannicky and dry and yucky. And I remember being like, people like this much oak? People like that? They're crazy. Turns out, all I needed was a few years and I turned into that crazy person. Palates change, palates are different. And I think that 115, 117 proof, that's kind of why I wanted to do this. We're adding some lower proof stuff with a ton of oak quality into really high proof whiskeys that are high proof to be high proof. How does it, what's the changes that happen? What's the, I don't know. What happens when you do that? And that was a fun experiment. I'm happy that we were here for it. Happy that 121 of us were here for it. Brandon, I started drinking the middle proof range more rather than just high proof. Yeah, it's just not saying I don't like a really high proof offering, because I do. But a lot of the high proof stuff is just really hot. Enter Old Forester Barrel Strength Picks. 2025 GTS, it was disappointing. Would it help that bottle? No idea. I mean, okay, so here's the other thing. What I did tonight was I added $60 whiskey to $60, $70, $80 whiskey is under $100. The Booker's is $100. If you're paying for friggin' GTS, you really don't want to go science on that, right? If you have to go science on that to make it better, that sucks. That sucks bad. This is just fun because it's medium priced whiskey mixed with medium priced whiskey. Cameron says that using the, so I use this if I want to do it. Oh, my knees. I have this. You know what? Let's do this. Got this. I want to use that. Booker's. Cameron uses a frother, like a coffee frother. Stag. What's this one? Old Forester. Oh shit. Oh no, it's stuck. Oh no. Oh, come on. I haven't used it in a while. Don't be a bee. Come on. For science. No. Come on. Come on. Oh, damn it. Oh, it's stuck. Now I really broke it. No. Come on. Don't stick. No. You. Nope. Dang hole. Damn it. I broke it. So it's a spirits aerator. Oh, come on. I should just use a frother like Cam. Try to get fancy. Whatever. It's what I get for trying to be fancy. Freaking fail. Hot water rinse. Hot water homes. All right. Sometimes we all get a little, yeah, it's true. It's not a Nintendo cartridge. Mark. You can't, hey, Mark, you can't be super smart and be right about everything and then gain trust and then say stuff like that, okay? You can't gain my trust and then tell me to piss in it. Son of a bitch. There's no battery. 14 or a Benny 75-ish, you may have inspired me to make a few mixes. It's good. The 14er is good. The Tin Cup 10-year is like $49. It's 10-year MGP bourbon. It's good too. I just ordered a 14er. This seems fun. Even if like it doesn't, I mean, some people say, what are you like? I drink like, it is just fun. I mean, we have so much. If you are like me, and most of you are, we have way too many bottles. It's just fun to play with shit and then to mess around. So that's just kind of what I wanted to do, just to mess around a little bit. I mean, shit, we're 6 years deep in live streams. We're going to have some fun once in a while and just do dumb shit. That's what we did. So you can do it with anything. The 14er is really good by itself. You will like it by itself. If you like an oaky pour, especially if you like a low proof oaky pour, it'll be right up your alley. So you won't regret ordering it, even if you don't like benefit for blending it with stuff. Mark has a point, you know. He doesn't have a point. That's BS. You don't pee in it. You never pee in it. Sipping some JD Tanyard? Hell yeah. The only Tanyard I have is the sample they sent me. But it's damn good stuff. Real good. Whatever. I think they should remake NBA Jam. I was thinking about that the other day. They should definitely remake NBA Jam. Talking about Nintendo cartridges. I don't know. Oh, wait. Oh, I think I might get it. Yeah. Hot water it will be. I'll do some hot water rinsing. Marty's here. What's up, Marty? All right, that's going to do it for this evening. I thank you, Matt, for the tin cups. Tony, you're welcome. So I didn't get to, I said last week there's going to be 2 videos out this week that I didn't put out this week. This week was another week of just, I don't know. It's been a friggin' couple weeks of just roughness for me, but things are getting better in my head. Things are getting better, I promise. And things are coming together, and I'm starting to get inspired again to make new content, and this is a good sign. Here's a good sign when it comes to me and content creation. There are all the Pappy samples from Cameron that are just sitting in a container, and I could have just done that on the live stream tonight. I could have mailed it in and just been like, well, Pappy's the best live stream, but I want to save that for a video and make a video about it. Like, you know, put something cool together. So that's good. Also, the Whiskey of the Year. Listen, Fred Minnick has been apologizing that his top 100 list isn't out yet. He's like, this is why, like, he has to make, dude, Fred, if you ever watch this, or if anybody who is close to Fred and talks to him every day is watching this, it's January. You don't have to do shit. You can put out, it's not July. So your top 100 list, it's still just as relevant as if it were 2 weeks ago. We're not worried. So it'll be fun when it comes out. It'll be fun watching the live stream. The Fred Minnick Top 100 live stream is always great. Me and Cameron did like a watch along with it last year, which was hilarious. And I don't know. I think that if it's in the first couple months of the year, you can put together a best of the. I mean, it may not be as relevant in February, but I'm just making excuses for myself right now. I have that video to get to, the Pappy video to get to. I have some pours that I haven't scored yet that I need to get to. So we're looking forward to a second half of January being pretty video heavy, and hopefully that is something you guys want, because the first half of January was very video not heavy at all. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching all of my shit. I appreciate it. And from the bottom of my heart, I can't thank you enough for supporting me, supporting the channel, and making this something I can do as, you know, it's my job. And I appreciate that I'm able to do that. And I know it's a blessing, and I know that I'm very lucky, and it feels weird still 6 years later to say this is what I do for a living. So thank you for making that possible. I love you guys so much. And I'll see you very soon in a new video, and I'll see you next Friday for another live stream. Have an awesome night. I appreciate each and every one of you, even Mark Hemmenecker. Good night.